Hello and welcome to Joker Gaming. My name is Broke Joker and today we will be doing part 3 of our Germany No Step Back DLC build. If you missed the first two parts of this build, go ahead and click on the icon on the top right hand corner of your screen. That being said, let's get into it. Now, where we left off before, we were in Spain. So let's go ahead and jump into the game now. Now when we load in, let's see how our troops are doing. That's right, we took over Barcelona, and now we are going to start pushing south. Now, in this video, we will be doing some of our ships, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But for now, let's just go ahead and keep on going. Let's see how our troops will do while pushing down. Now, the whole point of us doing this, right? So rushing to Barcelona and then cutting south is, okay, so see, we took over Barcelona, and the anarchists are now populated, like they spawned over here by Madrid, right? They're not going to take over Madrid or spawn, you know, with Madrid in hand, but they'll populate down here somewhere. So that's what we want. We don't want to fight them. We want them to fight them, or National Spain. We don't want to deal with them. So let's go ahead and keep on going. They are now populated. Anarchist uprising. Great. Now, we want to grind as much experience from this as possible, right? So see how we're going? Just go ahead and make sure to adjust your line. We don't want to be fighting over here going west. We want to just continuously be going south. We are... Come on, guys. Let's get going. All right. Radio interception group is now done. Go ahead and do the second one and keep on going. Now, our resources are fine. We're not going to be buying any rubber. The only two resources we will be buying is chromium and gas here in a little bit. So we have about a year left. So we will be worrying about that later. Now, we can modify our government again. Now, we want to go ahead and get the Blitzkrieg theorist Heinz Guderian on this one. So go ahead and do that now. And just go ahead and keep on checking to make sure all your stuff is good. All right, improved armor 2 is done. So now, last but not least, is improved engine 2. Go ahead and do that now, and then we can at least create a simplified version of our Panzer III. What are you doing? Get down here. All right, now that we have them all down here, let's go ahead and have them keep on pushing south. All right, radio interception group is now done. Now, for our next one, we want to go ahead and do commando training. So go ahead and do that now. Now, we only need... what? Two more, and then we are done for now, pretty much until after we take over France. So go ahead and just make sure you are clicked on commando. Now, KDF wagon is done. Go ahead and do extra research slot, and let's keep on going. Go ahead, you guys can silence these notifications up here. We don't really need to worry about them. Hindenburg Incident. Oh, on my game, the disaster was narrowly averted today, and they didn't blow up. So congratulations, Hindenburg, on not dying this time. Chinese Unified Front. Japan's about to go off. Oh, did they do a naval invasion down here? Yes, they did. All right. So they're pretty much going to be walking the coast. Just go ahead and make sure, if that happens to you, make sure to just keep modifying your offensive line by hitting X and then right-click dragging. Okay, we have more of our free dockyards, so go ahead and make sure you just put them on the Gneisenau. Don't put any onto Scharnhorst because we want to build this up as fast as possible before you know, everything is complete. Besides these two, because what will happen is when ships come into repair, it'll take 3 away from here. So we want to make sure to build this up as fast as possible, you know, as much as possible before everything's complete. So go ahead and just keep on going. Don't mind the little highlighted tank icon up here. We will be doing that as soon as our armor is done. All right. So we have Dispersed Industry 2 completed. Now, what we want to do from here is go ahead and do our artillery. So we will be doing Interwar Artillery. Go ahead and do that now, and just keep on going. Okay, we can now modify our government again. Now, for this one, we want to go ahead and put in Franz Halder. He's the Army Offensive General. See Army Experience plus 0.09 daily, plus we get to plus 10 to Division Attack. So go ahead and get him now, and keep on. Make sure you guys keep on going. I'm trying to do this so that way you guys can keep up and, you know, do everything I'm doing. So if your screen doesn't look like mine, don't worry about it. Just do your best, and then as soon as the Spanish Civil War is done, you can then, you know, keep on following what I'm doing then. All right, now we have 2 focuses that are now done. We have our Navy right here that we just got done. So now that this is done, we are going to go ahead and put this into, we are going to go ahead and do computing machines. Go ahead and do that now. And then since our tanks are done, we are going to go ahead and put that into our radio. All right, our improved engine 2 is now done, so that means that we can finally build our Panzer III. So let's go ahead and do that now. First things first, we want to go ahead and click on small armaments and fit this bad boy with the small cannon. Now, as soon as our interwar artillery is done, we will get the improved small cannon. But until then, let's go ahead and just fit this bad boy out with the small cannon. Now, for the turret, we want to go ahead and get the medium turret type and the 3-man turret. Now, for our modules that we can put on there, we want to go ahead and do Radio 1. And then for the special modules, we want to go ahead and click on Iron Skirts. And for the last 2, it's really a coin toss. So, extra ammunition storage gives us +4 to defense, +2 to breakthrough. But it's at the cost of a -10 reliability, right? Smoke launchers gives us about half of that, but it gives us improved production cost. And so which hit would you rather take, the reliability or the production cost? For me, I'd rather do the production cost for now, just because we're in the beginning of the game. Later on, we can switch to this, but for now, go ahead and click on smoke launchers, and to just go ahead and increase our reliability just a little bit more, go ahead and click on wet ammunition storage. Now, next up is our suspension. We want to do interleaved road wheels. Then we want to go ahead and do welded armor. Now, cast armor is the more expensive. See, we get about double the amount. So if we did cast armor, we'd get +4 to defense, +4 to breakthrough, plus a 50% armor bonus. For just welded armor, it's +2 to both defense and breakthrough, and then a +40% to armor. Now, riveted is the cheapest, but we don't want to go in that direction. So let's go ahead and do welded armor. Next, for our engine, we want to go ahead and do diesel engine. Now, why diesel engine? Petroelectric is the one that gives us, the buffs to breakthrough and defense. But diesel engines, right, give us buffs to our reliability. Now, why do we want to go that way? Because now when we start putting points in, we can always gain that speed back that we would have had, if we would have just went with the petroelectric, but we get more reliability out of it. So let's go ahead and try to figure this out now. I think it's about 6 in engine, and then here, let's just keep walking it up until we want to stay above 80, right? So let's just go ahead and keep walking it up until we get to about 80. Oh, nope, that's 1 too many. Let's see, probably do about that. So, just to make our tank a little bit faster, it's just below 6 kilometers an hour, which is okay, and our armor's pretty good. So, go ahead and copy what I did. Now, be sure to do auto upgrade and then complete your tank. But before you complete your tank, make sure to select your icon. For some reason, they don't automatically select your icon. And the other joy of doing this tank builder is they don't have a Panzer IV model. I realize this is the Panzer III, okay? But later on, when we do the Panzer IV with the other chassis, there is no Panzer IV chassis, okay? You could have all the DLCs and all the packs. It still does not come with the Panzer IV chassis for some reason. I don't understand why. So, go ahead and use this one for our Panzer III, and then we'll use this other Panzer III with a long barrel for our Panzer IV later on. So let's go ahead and do that now. Save, make sure you do automatic upgrade, and we are done with our Panzer III. Go ahead and add that to your production. Make sure they're receiving at least 2 mils, and then plop it down behind your towed artillery. Now let's go ahead and keep on going. Now, don't forget that our Dispersed Industry 2 was done. So go ahead and jack up the points on all of these zones. Go ahead and do that now. Now that I'm done. Now, make sure to check to see if you have any zones that completed. So for me, I have 2 zones that completed, and then I forgot to put Saxon? Sure. I forgot to put that one up after we did our our oil stuff. So let's go ahead and put this down below Brandenburg. Now, if you have any mills that are about to be completed, make sure you put them right below them, so then that way they can finish, and then we can just jerk them right on down. So we'll put Saxon right below. So this is how it should look right now, give or take how fast your production is. So let's go ahead and keep on going. Let's keep an eye out on this, and go ahead and rip Hessen down as soon as it is completed with this one. All right, commando training is now done. We want to do integrated interrogation techniques, and then go ahead and keep on going. Make sure you keep an eye out on Hessen. If that is the same as mine, go ahead, pull Hessen down, and let's go ahead and keep on going. So you should have Brandenburg, Westfalen, and Württemberg. These build pretty fast, but the problem is they up the production rate or construction rate of mills, sieves and all that stuff, but I noticed that the production that they produce while putting them on stuff is way lower than it used to be. So because of that, we're gonna have to put more mills into stuff than if you would have, played in Battle of the Bosporus or anything like that. So go ahead and just keep on popping it out. Now you will have your dockyards become free, so go ahead and make sure to keep popping those in to the Gneisenau, and then Scharnhorst. So this is how you should look right before the last destroyer is done. 5 into Gneisenau and 4 into Scharnhorst. Right after this destroyer is done, you're just gonna pop it right in Scharnhorst. Now, this is where we need chromium. We don't want these two battleships falling behind. So go ahead and buy just a little bit of chromium. It costs about one civ. And then for last but not least, for our intelligence agency, go ahead and do suicide pills. Now, we can now modify our government also. So go ahead and do, where is he? Ferdinand Schwerner? Schwerner? Whatever. Okay, this guy. He's the other infantry expert. He gives us a plus to our attack and defense. So go ahead and click on him now. Keep on going. Make sure that these guys don't mess up your offensive lines, because they're just going to keep on rolling up as long as the other Spain lets them. So go ahead and keep on paying attention to that. Now, our last dockyard is now done. Make sure that you put it in here and just keep on going. Now, we will be building our ships before this video ends, so be sure to stick around for that. Now, extra research slot is now done. We are now going to come over here to Reichsautobahn and go ahead and click on that. We now have a new research slot, and for that research slot, we want to go ahead and do our train. Oop, wrong one? Right here, our train. They just put these in here. Sorry, wrong tab. But go ahead and start producing the train right now and keep on going. This is how your research should now look. Computing machine, construction 3, interwar artillery, radio 1, and then the train, the armored train. Japan has now declared war on China, which is perfect for us, because later on we will be also sending them an attaché. So go ahead and keep on going. As soon as we break these guys down here, we should be good to go. I'm hoping he comes up here and just gets out of our way. Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, so now let's just make a straight rush for it. Try to make it around this guy right here. See if we can make it up to their capital. Come on, guys, you two. Come on down. So we can send him there. Send him down here. Actually, let's just send him down here to engage. What are you doing? I didn't tell you to do that. Get down here. Maybe I did tell him. Alright, suicide pills are now done. Go ahead and just disregard the rest of our intelligence agency. We are now done. But luckily enough, we now get our second spy. So now remember how I told you before, go ahead and do high priority equipment for operations. Now we are going to start doing our operations here in about 2 months. So go ahead and just keep on having your spy work up their spy network. Right now I'm at 62. So by the time September comes, we should be about 70, and then we'll be good to go. Now we want to do the spy stuff before we get the bonuses from Yugoslavia. We don't want to have the bonuses from Yugoslavia and then be doing this stuff where it takes away our civs. So go ahead and make sure that you copy me. Now we are going to save up 200, and was it 250? 200 political power for Erwin Rommel. So go ahead and just disregard any pop-ups that you may see. Let's go ahead and see if we can surround these guys. Come on, man. Make it. Make it. Okay, now we have surrounded this pocket right here. It's not the biggest pocket in the world, but I like to think it, you know, it can hold its own. Just make sure, let's see if we cut this guy off now. Going where? All right, we can donate fighters. This pop-up is kind of random, okay? Like, I've had this pop-up, like, right from going to war with Poland, all over the place. So, if you get this pop-up, go ahead and donate the fighters. You know, it's just 12 in the reserve. It's not going to kill us. And it's going to start pulling Bulgaria onto our side. If you guys ever played the previous versions, Bulgaria is a stickler. They don't like going into battles that you're currently in. They like to stick it out to wait to see who wins and then join. Bulgaria accepted our donation. That is good. Go ahead and see if we can keep on encircling these guys. All right, we encircled that guy. Let's see if we could come down here and circle more. Now, see, that's the funky thing about this game. They, like, their front lines often go all funky to where they're all over the place. So I can have this line just like this, and then all of a sudden it's all over the place. It's surrounding this whole area. Then they know that I don't have enough men to do that, but for some reason this game likes to do that. All right, our Interwar Artillery is now done. Go ahead and do our Artillery 2. And keep on going. Now, our tank has just magically been updated, so just in case you guys didn't know, since we click on this button every single time we get you know, weapon, armor, radio, whatever it is, that is an upgrade from what we used to have, it will automatically be placed onto our tank or planes or whatever it is. So go ahead and make sure to add the new version, but don't forget to you know, click the right icon, because for some reason it likes to be a turretless tractor for some reason. And go ahead and make sure to add that in and just keep on going. Alright, now Reichsautobahn is now done. Now the bonus that we get from Reichsautobahn is that we get to add region-wide industry integration, which gives us slots, right? So it gives us building slots that we have to pay 100 PP for. Now, if you're playing on a normal one, I don't recommend doing this, but because we're playing on normal, we will be doing this here in a second. So go ahead and make sure that we click on this one right here. Go ahead and make sure you're clicking on it. I do not know the name. That one right there, 70 days. It gives us infrastructure and railway construction speed boost. This one. Make sure you're clicked on that. Let's keep on going. Now, we can get another guy on here, which will be Erwin Rommel. We saved up the 248. And then go ahead and save up for the next guy. Now, keep on going. Go ahead and click on through all your tabs. Make sure you got them all right. Like our construction one, you want to be careful on this one because, okay, we just got Franken and Thurgen up to 100 now, right? So Brandenburg, Thurgen, Franken, and then, what is this one right here? Wow, that one right there, Hanover, are now all 100 now. So because of that, we want them to start building now, okay? So as soon as these are done, start pulling them down. Besides Franken. Get out of here, Franken. I like to elevate the one with more, which is Thurgen. It currently has 10 and Franken has 6. I like to elevate that above Franken. You don't have to do that. But that's just something I like to do. So go ahead. Anything that is currently above it, yank it on down because we don't want it there. We want these other two to start building. Come on down. All right. And then Brandenburg, as soon as that is done, we want to come on down. Now, go ahead and do your Franken region-wide integration. Add the mill to it. And while we're here, let's go ahead and do some stuff with our generals. So go ahead and add Fortress Bunker and Guerrilla Fighter to Ulrich von Manstein. Manstein's going to be our bunker buster guy. He's going to be pretty good later on, so make sure to do that now. And because we got done with our tanks, our medium tanks, we will now be doing our template for that. So go ahead and do, we want 6 and 4, just like the old one. We won't be doing fancy stuff until later when our piercing's above 1,000 when we go into Russia. So I just want you guys to do 6 medium tanks, 4 motorized, and that's it for now, okay? make sure that you guys convert all of these tank divisions into our new template and keep on going. Now, radio's now done. Go ahead and do radio detection. Let me click through here. Go ahead. Now that that radio's done, our tank is now, upgraded again. This is kind of tedious. We have to keep doing this instead of it automatically just updating it. We have to constantly be doing this. So go ahead, keep on going. Make sure that you guys keep checking your stuff. You don't want to be missing out on anything. So before I forget, let's go ahead and do our spy stuff. Now, prepare collaborative government is what we need. Let's see if we can race. So January, about the first week of January, we're going to be getting that buff from Yugoslavia, and we do not want this going. So we have 60 days. We'll be close. December, so we'll be okay. So go ahead and do that now. Now that takes away from our civs. So as soon as I get going right here, see, it took away like a whole stack and a half of civs. So that's the only downside to doing it. But for right now, we want to make sure to get that guy down there. But for right now, just go ahead and keep on going. Just write it out. It's worth it in the end. They'll capitulate way faster if we do this. Which we're going to want to do this to Spain and Russia. Or Russia, England, all them. So go ahead and keep going. Let's see if we can wrap up this guy, Valencia. So normally I go after the capital. But what will happen is if we go after Madrid, Valencia will become their capital. So it's pretty much we'll go after Valencia first and then Madrid. We're trying to grind out experience. So now that our armored train is now done, we are going to go ahead and do heavy fighters, our BF 110. Go ahead and research that bad boy and keep on going. And then don't forget to change out your civilian train for the armored one because it's way better. And, we get a bunch of buffs to armor and stuff for that one. So it's good. It's worth it. So go ahead and make sure you guys keep on going. So this one, if you guys just so happen to get this, it's France invites us to the non-intervention committee, pretty much saying that we're not gonna do anything about Spain. We're not gonna help them or anything like that. You can go ahead and say that these terms are acceptable. Either way, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to declare war on us. It's like, who cares? We're about to own them anyways here in like 3 years anyway, so who cares? So go ahead. These terms are acceptable. Keep on going. And see, we don't have to withdraw troops. Our guns are still going. What are you doing, buddy? Go ahead and get on that one. Keep on going. All right, Construction 3 is now done. Now that Construction 3 is done, go ahead and start doing your Improved Infantry Equipment 1. Now that we're researching our Improved Infantry Equipment 1, we are now going to go ahead and do our templates for our ships. So let's go ahead and do that now. Now, see all this gray stuff? Just go ahead and silence that notification on it. Just get rid of it. And you should have one Tier 2 sub, a Tier 2 destroyer, Tier 2 light cruiser, Tier 2 heavy cruiser, and then one Scharnhorst class battleship that's a Tier 2. Now, let's go ahead and work on these. We want to go ahead and get the submarine engine 2, and we want to go ahead and get the torpedo tubes 2. I've seen builds out there that they want you to do the basic, like tier 1 sub with a tier 1 torpedo tube and then a tier 1 engine and just send them out there. No. They're going to get shredded. What's the point of losing thousands of men and materials, for nothing? You know what I mean? I get it. It helps you if you're trying to cross, the channel. But we want to have a super powerful Navy, not just a flimsy Navy. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, if you guys want to hit on automatic upgrade, that's on you. It's going to constantly be grayed out, and you're going to have to constantly be placing it in there. So that's on you. So let's go ahead. Next, we are going to go ahead and work with our destroyers. Now, go ahead, torpedoes 2. Our engine is fine. Go ahead and do our sonar 2. Now, we don't have our improved fire control system 2 yet, so go ahead and just upgrade your anti-air, upgrade your torpedo tube launcher, and then that is that. This is our Tier 2 destroyer. So what I like to do is just put DD2, just so I know what it is. Sometimes I get confused. If you want to go ahead and hit automatic upgrade, that is on you. And next, let's go ahead and work on our light cruiser. Go ahead and improve the armor to 2. Let's do secondary battery 2. And then cruiser engine 2. Let's go ahead and do improved sonar 2. and then anti-air 2, and then we're going to improve the gun to 2, and then for the anti-air right here, we are going to go ahead and improve that to 2, improve the torpedo launchers to 2, improve the gun to 2, no, not medium, improve the light gun to 2, and then we are going to go ahead and get rid of this this plane, and we are going to put on depth charges. So pretty much our light cruisers and our destroyer is going to be our sub hunters, right? They're going to be there to screen and everything like that, but just in case we deal with subs, which we will with France and Britain, they have them, and America has them. We want to be able to deal with them and deal with them quickly. So go ahead and copy my template now, and let's go ahead and keep on going. Now, the Admiral Hipper class heavy cruiser. Go ahead and put on secondary batteries, improve that engine. We are going to put radar on this. So we put radar on the heavy cruisers and on the battleships and battle cruisers. We don't put sonar on these, so make sure you leave this slot empty. Anti-air 2. Now put the gun, medium battery 2, in this slot right here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 things of torpedoes in these 2 slots right here. And then we're going to go ahead and put a float plane catapult on the last one. And now we are done. You could go ahead and put automatic upgrade on if you want to deal with that. That's on you. So go ahead, click on the Scharnhorst one. And we want to go ahead and get rid of this anti-air, heavy battery 2. And then we want another heavy battery 2. Float plane where the secondaries are. Nope. Float plane where the secondaries are. Then go ahead and upgrade the secondary battery 2 and the AA, and we are done for now. Now, you can put the the armor on right now, but the thing is, later on we're gonna have to put the radar on, so you're gonna have to spend more Navy XP if you separate this now than later, because then you're going to separate it now and then pay twice to put on radar instead of just paying once. So go ahead, if you want to put on upgrade, go for it, and now we are done with our heavy ship. See what I mean? So if we would have had the other one, if we would have had the Ballman Voss one, our battleship would have got a debuff right here. A huge debuff. It's not worth it. And we don't have the PP right now because we're trying to do other things. We don't have the PP to change it right now. So these battleships like the Bismarck and the Tirpitz would both have debuffs going out. We wouldn't be able to fix it until way later. So go ahead and do that now. And what I like to do is put the convoy out. 2 subs. 1 destroyer. 1 light cruiser. Go ahead and max them out to 5. All of them. Not 10. Not 10, not this, but this, all right? To all of them. Our subs know where they're going. We are going to send our destroyer to Hinterpommern. I think that's right. And then we're going to send our light cruiser to Hinterpommern. Now, Hinterpommern is right here. It's tucked away. It's tucked away, nice and secluded. So that way, when the war starts, they are nice and protected right here, sort of protected. From England, because we'll take out Denmark and they won't be able to pass here. So that being said, let's go ahead and keep on going. We have that stuff sorted. Lend-Lease to Spain. Now, at this point in the game, it's up to you if you want to keep Lend-Leasing Spain. This is pretty much almost over. If you want to save the guns, save the guns. If you want to give them guns, give them guns. It's on you. So, okay, just got done. Go ahead and do Align Romania. And then we can also do another region-wide industrial integration. Go ahead and do that now. That is for Brandenburg. See why I kept kicking Brandenburg down? Because we ended up getting another MILF out of Brandenburg. And if we didn't do that, then we'd have to go back to Germany and click on it and then raise it back up. It's a hassle. So go ahead. Italy announces claims on Yugoslavian territory, which is great because recently they don't actually do anything unless you do something. And then our attaches go where I want them to go. They don't tell us where they go. We tell them where to go. We don't care about this Spain. We don't like this Spain. So it's okay. Go ahead, keep on going. Pretty much at this point, we're just grinding XP. See how fast our XP is going up? So that's from guns, from our look at all those dailies we have. And then we get the 15% from Spain. They actually lowered that. That used to be 20%. We used to be able to take 20% off them, but now it's only 15. All right, our mills have finally completed and filled out what we are producing right now. So go ahead and add 2 more to planes. And now I'm at 7. Perfect. And now we want to go ahead and put 18 into our towed artillery. Drag it all the way up to the top. Now, put 30 into your guns. Drag it down to the bottom. Now, I like to put 30 into guns because I consider this my bank, right? It's all the way at the bottom. We are going to be mass producing a bunch of them anyways. So it's at the bottom, so in case I need more mills, I'm going to take from here, right? So that way we don't have to come back and forth, you know, constantly trying to figure out places to go. This is our bank. Think of it that way. So now 5 into towed AA, 10 into naval bombers, 10 into trains, 10 into trucks. I don't know why it's trucks. It's motorized. Raise it above tactical bomber. And then go ahead and put 10 into tactical bombers. 30 into medium tanks. 10 into CAS. And 10 into support equipment. Now, 30 into tanks is a lot, right? But like I said before, they gave you the production power to produce more mills and civs, but they slowed down the rate that you can produce those goods. So we need more mills so that way we're not behind by the time we go to war. Drag it right below the towed artillery, and go ahead and finally put a total of 10 into our fighter ones, and this is now complete. Go ahead and make it look like mine now. If you haven't done so already, just scroll down nice and casually. And that is it for that. Now, let's go ahead and keep on going. Don't forget, keep filling out your generals. Now, I want to go ahead and do for Heinz Guderian, Panzer Expert, and Guerrilla Fighter. Next, go ahead and put some points into Kurt Student. Go ahead, we want Skirmisher, and we want Camouflage Expert. Now, go ahead and drag it on down to your Field Marshals. Walter Model, we want Aggressive Assaulter. And then go ahead for our Tank Commander, Gunther von Klug. We want Organization First. Now that is done, and this is what I was talking about. Yugoslavia requests sale for airplanes. This is what gives us the negative 5% to consumer goods. But if we didn't have fighter planes in our reserve, then we'd get the negative 5% to consumer goods plus 5% to consumer goods for about, half of it. So go ahead and accept that now. And what we will be doing is producing dockyards now. Go ahead and hold down Control-Shift, click on Hanover, and now you should see Hanover with its group of 6 dockyards pop up on the top. And this is how you should look right now. Now that that's done, this is the end of our video. If you enjoyed what you just saw, go ahead and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed what you saw, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're absolutely in love with the content you just saw, go ahead and share if you can. Now, until next time, guys, go ahead and keep on living your dream. That is all for today. Later.